This is our example 1 on how to form a PD by eliminating the arbitrary constant. We have been given an equation that our z is equal to x plus a y plus b. We're going to form a PD in this given relation by eliminating the arbitrary constants. If you look the example 1, you can see that we have a and b as our what? Arbitrary constants. I have explained that in our previous lesson that if you want to eliminate the arbitrary constants, you are differentiating according to the arbitrary constant we are being given. So you can see that we have a and b. It means we are going to differentiate with respect to x partially, then we now differentiate with respect to y partially. So let us consider how we are going to solve this. So solution to this, we have z is equal to x plus a y plus b. I can let my relation to be what? To be equation 1. So it means I'm going to differentiate this equation 1 partially with respect to what? With respect to x. Differentiating partially. Differentiating partially with respect to x. With respect to x in equation 1. In equation 1. So it means if I differentiate z with respect to x, I'm going to have partial z all over partial x, or I call it the z all over the x. I'm going to take x plus a. If I take x plus a, differentiate this one, I'm going to have x plus a is a product. I'm considering this one as u, I'm considering this one as v. If I differentiate y plus b, I'm going to have 0. But if I take y plus a, y plus b, then I differentiate x here, I'm going to have 1 plus if I differentiate a with s, a is a constant. If I differentiate constant, I'm going to have 0. So I'm going to have 1 here. So it means if I differentiate the 0 by the s, I'm going to have y plus b multiplied by 1. That is y plus b. I can name this one to equation 2. Remember that I explained in our previous lesson that we'll be considering that whenever we see the partial z over partial x, or derivative of what? The z over the x, I'm going to call it a notation, which is what? Which is p. So it means my next step is what? To differentiate equation 1 again, partially with respect to what? With respect to y. The reason why is that because we have an arbitrary constant a and b in the given relation. In equation 1. So if I differentiate z with respect to y, I'm going to have the derivative of z partial y is equal to, I'm going to consider this one as u. I'm going to take this one x plus a, then I'm going to differentiate this. If I differentiate y here, I'm going to have 1 plus if I differentiate b here, I'm going to have 0. So it means y partially differentiated with y, I'm going to have 1. Our b is a constant. Whenever I differentiate constant, I'm going to have 0. 1 plus 0, 1. Plus, I'm going to take this one, y plus b, then differentiate x plus a with respect to y. Remember that if you are differentiating partially with respect to what? Given value we have. If it is not with respect to that value, it's going to turn towards constants and it will be 0. So you can see that x plus a here, y is not mentioned here. We don't have y. We don't have y related to x plus a here, so I'm going to have 0. So my answer is what? X plus a times 1, I'm going to have x plus a. Remember that the z the y, our notation for the z the y is what? Q. You can see that our Q is what? X plus a. Our P is what? Y plus b. Equation what? Equation 3. So let us consider the given relation we have been given. We have what? X plus a there, y plus a. You can see from equation 2 and 3 that I can put in our y plus b as p, because we don't want what? We don't want what? A and b to what? To show again in that equation. That is, we don't want a and b because it's an arbitrary what? Arbitrary constant. So in equation 2, I have y plus b as p. I can substitute p equation 2 into equation 1. Why I can substitute what? Equation 3 into what? Equation 1. So that we are not going to have the arbitrary constants in the given relation. So let me substitute. Substitute equation 2 and 3 into equation 1. So what am I going to have? Our equation 2 and 3 is what? Y plus b. So our equation 1 is z is equal to what? S plus a, then y plus b. So our z is equal to, what's our s plus a in equation what? You can see that our s plus a is what? S plus a is what? Q. It means I can say substitute equation 2 and 3. My s plus a is what? Q. So I'm going to have Q here. Then my y plus b is what? My y plus b is p. So which is the required PDA? Which is the required PDA? So our answer is Z is equal to QP. Remember, I can write this one as Z, or I write it as Z is equal to, our notation for Q is what? Whenever I have Q, that means there's Z there, Y, there's Z all over what? The Y. Multiplied by what? P. What is my P? There's Z all over what? The X. Either of the two. I can write this one as this, I can write this one as this. So it means I have formed a what? I have formed a PDA by eliminating the absolute constant. You can say that my newly PDA that I got from here, I did not get A and B. I've eliminated what? I've removed A and B in that given relation. Which way that I get out my Z as what? QP, or what? The Z all over the Y multiplied by what? The Z all over what? The S. This is the solution to the question. Let us go to the next question. Thanks for watching.